I have been lurking around the anti-activist community for years now. I am quite frankly frustrated at the lack of progress the movement is making. So frustrated, in fact, I feel compelled to make a YouTube channel criticizing the movement, so people take my criticisms on board and do better. I was so despondent at the lack of progress the movement was making, I was ready to drop out and quit. I want to protect baby boys from genital mutilation, but I felt so helpless to do so. I do not enjoy feeling helpless or powerless, and the passive and useless anti-activist movement was just making me feel even worse. Then I discovered Sentient Voids channel. He has done some amazing videos on the subject of male genital mutilation. His videos have lit a fire within me, and I do not feel like giving up anymore. I finally found someone who got it, who understood the need to be radical. One of the better anti-circumcision videos Void has done is called Circumcision is Worse Than Rape, Meme Wars. Circumcision is worse than rape can be a highly effective meme if it spreads. This video will explain why circumcision is worse than rape, so you can try and counter people who are outraged at the meme. So you can destroy them in any debate you get engaged in. Reason 1. Circumcision does more harm than rape. Rape is only comparable to baby dick cutting in the harm done if the rapist mutilates the sexual organs of the victim they rape. Since most rapists do not do that to their victims, the vast majority of rapes are not as harmful as circumcision, an act that mutilates the penis of a helpless infant. Basically, circumcision of helpless baby boys is equivalent to sexual assault and wounding with a deadly weapon. Reason 2. The power differential of the victims. Baby boys are completely helpless, they can't even speak for themselves. The average victim of rape has a much better chance of fighting back against their attacker than a completely helpless baby boy. The criminal justice system takes into account the vulnerability of the victim. The more powerless the victim is, the more aggravated the offense. The average rape victim is able to try and seek justice and get the perpetrator of the crime punished. Also, children naturally born with their parents, all kids are natural Stockholm Syndrome victims. Many victims of male genital mutilation are completely unable to comprehend or articulate the abuse and betrayal done to them. So it is a double whammy. The victim can't get legal redress, but many times they can't even understand that they have been abused. Reason 3. The existence of misandry. Since men live in an anti-male misandric society, where men are shown less compassion than women, that means on top of being unable to get justice, that male victims are less likely to get support or help to deal with the trauma of genital mutilation. Male victims get gaslighted by society, and told they are not victims, when they have been abused and tortured in the most vile manner. They were strapped down as a helpless toddler, and had the most sensitive part of their body removed without anesthetic. The male victim was not only tortured, but was unnecessarily put at the risk of death. If this was happening to females, it would rightfully be considered to be an outrage. Women would be marching on the streets and protesting. White knight men would attack and beat up the doctors who performed female circumcision. Even completely helpless baby boys are considered disposable subhumans. If you got a foreskin, feel it and think to yourself, I only have this part of my body, because my parents allowed it. Society did not grant me the protection from genital mutilation that it grants girls. Reason 4. The institutional nature of circumcision, compared to the illegal status of the Rape Act. Quite simply, rape is not promoted or performed by any state-run institutions. Baby dick mutilation is. Rapists of women are considered subhuman scum of the earth. While baby dick cutting only gets a mere shrug from many people. You have people on YouTube praising circumcision, bragging about having it done to their kids, or threatening to do it to any kids they have. People bragging about raping kids, or women would most likely be hunted down by a mob, if they didn't end up in jail. Circumcision is a legitimate legal practice in the eyes of society, while rape is illegal. Circumcision is worse than rape, is a meme that can help polarize and create controversy, because quite frankly people care about women more than helpless babies. The meme highlights that something far worse than rape, mutilating the dick of helpless baby boys, is perfectly legal, while society gives adult women far more protection than helpless babies. A lot of women worshippers get offended if you say anything is worse than rape. while at the same time many people consider male-on-male prison rape a just punishment for people in jail. Rape is a crime that is illegal and gets punished by the legal system. Knife rape of helpless infants is not. We need to wake people up to this fact in the most blunt and aggressive manner possible. We need to create discomfort to shake people out of their complacency. Anyway, I will link to Male Voids channel. He is the channel that most inspired me to set this channel up. I hope to do more videos on this subject. I want to tackle the failures of the intactivist movement in upcoming videos. Why the current movement drives sane proactive people away. It nearly drove me away. This is something that has to be addressed, and should have been addressed years ago.